Hey everyone, welcome back to the Deep Thought Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about personal finance. Specifically, we're going to be unpacking Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps to getting your finances in order.
Oh, yeah.
To help us unpack it, we've got some great insights from the Ramsey Solutions website itself.
You know what's really interesting about Ramsey's approach?
With that,
It's not just theory.
oh,
It's deeply rooted in his own life experience.
okay.
He wasn't always a financial guru, He actually went bankrupt and had to climb out of millions of dollars in debt himself.
Whoa, I didn't realize that. So he built this whole plan on what he learned from his
Yeah.
own struggles. It's
Exactly.
got to give it some serious weight.
It's that been there, done that credibility
Uh-huh.
that really connects with people. You can't argue with the results. His Financial Peace University course has helped almost 10 million people get their finances under control.
10 million people.
That's incredible.
That's a huge impact. It's not just the course, right?
Right,
It's also got that massive radio show, The Ramsey Show.
right. The Ramsey Show reaches over 18 million listeners every week. That speaks volumes about his influence and the effectiveness of his advice.
Okay, so let's get to the heart of it. The 7 baby steps themselves. I'm guessing it's more than just setting a budget, right?
It's about building a solid financial foundation step by step. That first step, saving $1,000 for a starter emergency fund, might seem small,
Yeah.
but it's crucial for shifting your mindset.
I can see that. Like building a small dam to stop the flow of debt, those little unexpected expenses,
Precisely.
that can really throw you off track.
It's about interrupting that cycle. And that leads us to baby step 2, paying off all debt except for the house using the debt snowball method.
Okay, I've heard of the debt snowball. How does that actually work?
It's pretty simple. You list out all your debts from smallest to largest, regardless of the interest rate. Then you focus all your extra money on attacking that smallest debt first, while making minimum payments on everything else.
So it's not necessarily the most mathematically efficient way to pay off debt, but there's a psychological benefit.
Absolutely. It's all about those small wins. Knocking out that first debt, no matter how small, gives you a sense of accomplishment and motivates you to keep going.
It's like a positive feedback loop. So you've got that initial emergency fund, you're chipping away at your debt. What comes next?
Baby step 3 is about building up a fully funded emergency fund.
Okay.
That's 3 to 6 months of living expenses stashed away. This is your safety net for those bigger life events,
Okay.
like a job loss or a medical emergency.
That makes a lot of sense. Having that financial cushion would be such a stress reliever if something unexpected happened.
It provides incredible peace of mind.
Yeah.
It means you can weather those storms without going back into debt. And that sets the stage for baby step 4, investing 15% of your household income for retirement.
So now we're looking toward the future. I know retirement can seem ages away, especially when you're younger. But why is starting early so important?
Because of the magic of compound interest.
Like-
The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It gets bigger and bigger over time.
That's a great analogy. So it's like building this strong foundation with the first few steps.
Exactly.
Then you start building real wealth with retirement investing.
And as you move through the steps, you gain more and more financial freedom and flexibility.
Okay.
Baby step 5 is about saving for your children's college fund if you have children. It's about helping them avoid the burden of student loan debt.
College costs are no joke these days. Helping your kids avoid starting their adult lives saddled with debt is huge.
Definitely. Ramsey suggests exploring options like 529 plans and education savings accounts, or ESAs. A 529 plan is a state-sponsored investment account specifically for educational expenses.
Okay.
And it comes with some nice tax advantages. An ESA is another type of savings account with tax benefits for educational costs.
So you've got retirement taken care of. You're working on college savings. What's next?
Baby step 6 is a big one for many people, paying off your home early. Imagine owning your home free and clear.
Whoa.
No more mortgage payments.
That would be incredible. I can only imagine the feeling of freedom that would come with that.
It opens up so many possibilities. And finally, we reach baby step 7, build wealth and give.
Yeah.
This step is about enjoying the fruits of your labor and making a difference in the world.
This is where it gets really inspiring. You've achieved financial security, you're debt-free, and now you can focus on building wealth, leaving a legacy, and giving back to others.
It's about using your financial resources to make a positive impact.
So it's like climbing this financial mountain. And when you reach the top, you can enjoy the view
Exactly.
and help others up along the way.
But it's not just about reaching the summit. It's about the journey itself.
Uh-huh.
And Ramsey really emphasizes that with the support system he's built around the baby steps.
You mean like his Financial Peace University course?
Yes, it's a great way to dive deeper into the baby steps and get practical hands-on guidance. It's like a workshop where people can learn about budgeting, debt management, investing, all those essential skills.
So it's like a support group for your finances,
hmm
with Ramsey as the coach?
You could say that.
Yeah.
And for those who prefer to go at their own pace, he's written a ton of popular books like The Total Money Makeover, which is basically the baby steps Bible.
I've heard that one is a real game changer.
It lays out the entire philosophy, the steps,
Yeah.
and tons of real-life stories that show how this plan has worked for people from all walks of life. It's really inspiring. And for those who are already on their way to becoming millionaires, he wrote Baby Steps Millionaires,
Right.
which dives into how regular people can achieve that using this plan.
It's amazing to think that a plan this simple can actually lead to becoming a millionaire.
It's a testament to the power of consistency and discipline. The baby steps provide a clear roadmap, and when you follow it diligently, you can achieve remarkable things with your finances.
What's really fascinating to me is why this plan works so well for so many people. Is it just the steps themselves, or is there something more to it?
It's definitely more than just the steps. Ramsey has this whole philosophy based on 3 E's:
Okay.
education, encouragement, and empowerment.
Let's break those down. Education, I assume that's about learning how to manage your money better.
Exactly. It's about understanding how money works, how to create a budget,
Yeah.
and how to make informed financial decisions.
Then there's encouragement,
Mm.
which is huge. The baby steps are designed to create momentum with those small wins we talked about. Celebrating those victories keeps you motivated and on track. It's like having a personal cheerleader for your finances. And what about empowerment? What does that mean in this context?
Empowerment is about shifting your mindset from fear and scarcity to one of knowledge and control.
Okay,
It's about realizing that you have the power to change your financial future.
that's powerful. I'm starting to see how these 3 E's really underpin the success of the baby steps.
They work together to create a system that not only helps you improve your finances, but also transforms your relationship with money.
So it's not just about the numbers, it's about your overall well-being.
Absolutely. It's about achieving financial peace, which is so much more than just being debt-free. It's about having the freedom to live the life you want without being weighed down by financial stress.
That kind of freedom sounds amazing. But honestly, the idea of following all these steps can feel a bit overwhelming. Where do you even begin?
Yeah, it can feel like a lot, especially if you're starting from a place of debt or financial chaos.
I get it, but remember, you don't have to do it all at once.
Oh, okay.
The beauty of the baby steps is that it's a gradual process.
Okay.
Start small, build momentum, and gradually work your way up.
So it's more like a marathon than a sprint.
Exactly. And just like training for a marathon, having the right support can make all the difference.
Speaking of support, you mentioned Ramsey's Financial Peace University earlier. What's that like? Is it something you would recommend? I think it's an excellent resource, especially for people who learn best in a group setting.
Okay.
It's a 9-week course that covers all aspects of personal finance, from budgeting and debt management to investing and giving.
So it's like a deep thought into all things money.
You could say that. And the best part is you're surrounded by other people who are on the same journey. So there's a sense of community and accountability.
That sounds really helpful. And if someone isn't into the group thing, they could always start with one of Ramsey's books, right?
Absolutely. The Total Money Makeover is a great place to start. It's packed with practical advice and inspiring stories that show how the baby steps work in real life.
You know, one thing that strikes me about this whole approach is that it's not just about the mechanics of money management. It's about shifting your mindset and developing a healthier relationship with money.
That's such a key point. Ramsey talks a lot about the emotional side of money and how our beliefs and attitudes can sabotage our financial well-being.
So it's not just about the numbers. It's about how you think and feel about money.
Right. Exactly. It's about getting to the root of your financial behaviors and making changes at a deeper level.
That makes sense. So for someone listening who's ready to take that first step toward financial freedom, what would you recommend?
Start by educating yourself.
Okay.
Read The Total Money Makeover. Check out the Ramsey Solutions website. Listen to The Ramsey Show. There's so much great information out there. And don't be afraid to ask for help. There are financial counselors and coaches who can provide personalized guidance and support.
It's like having a financial mentor in your corner guiding you along the way.
Exactly. And remember, financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, effort, and consistency, but it's absolutely achievable for anyone willing to do the work.
Well, this has been a truly insightful conversation. Thanks for breaking down Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps for us.
My pleasure. It's always exciting to talk about this stuff.
I think our listeners will walk away from this deep thought with a whole new perspective on personal finance. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Deep Thought Podcast for more fascinating explorations of topics that matter.
And don't forget to check out our other podcast, Name of Other Podcast.
You'll find links to all the resources we mentioned today, including Dave Ramsey's website and books, in the episode description below. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep those deep thoughts flowing.